Hey class, today we're going to be going over vocabulary for the first grade. The teacher objective is the teacher will identify grade appropriate contractions. That's ELA 1, E1. For review, the teacher will review compound words. While having separate words in a word chart, ask students which word could match to make compound words, such as jellyfish or rainbow. Have students give a brief definition of the word. Then have students sketch a picture of the compound word on their personal dry erase boards and hold it up for the class to see. The overview for today is the purpose and importance is to help students learn how to use contractions and how to recognize the meanings of them. For the continuity, last week we learned about compound words. Today we will learn how when some words are placed together, they should be written as contractions instead of a compound word. We are going to learn about words that have different meaning in the future. The objective for today is the learner will identify grade-appropriate contractions. For the motivation, I'm going to show a YouTube video.
Isn't it a lovely day?
No, it isn't.
Could you come outside to play?
No, I couldn't.
Did you ever take a hike?
No, I didn't.
How'd you like to ride my bike?
Frankly, I wouldn't.
Isn't, couldn't, didn't, wouldn't, is that all you can say?
Isn't, couldn't, didn't, wouldn't. Yes. Now go away. The sweetest sound to me. It stands for not. I like it a lot. It's spelled N''T.
Have you ever tried to smile?
No, I haven't.
Won't you try it for a while?
No, I won't.
Are there games to play in there?
No, there aren't.
Then why'd you like to stay in there?
Frankly, I don't.
Have it, won't, aren't, don't, is that all you can say?
Haven't, won't, aren't, don't, and I said, go away. The Grouches all agree. We get a glow from saying no with N''T.
Do you talk to anyone?
No, I don't.
Come on out, have some fun.
No, I couldn't.
Can't you even tell me why?
No, I can't.
Will it kill you just to try?
Well, I shouldn't.
Don't, couldn't, can't, shouldn't. Now, try it once, my way. Do,
Do,
good,
could,
can, should.
should. Hey, that feels okay.
So come along with me and give it a try.
Say goodbye to N''T.
N''T.
Bye-bye.
The video from the Electric Company show, it's called N''T, and it goes over the NT or the not contraction along with all the words it goes with. But for today, our behavioral objective is the learner will match contractions with the words used to make them with a 95% accuracy, and that's under the remembering part of Bloom's taxonomy. Our first activity is called Memory Word Match, and it has activity cards that are the contractions and the words that make them on separate cards. And for this, the kids will shuffle all the cards together and place them face down in groups and columns of 4, and as a teacher you'll show them how to do that in the front of the classroom. And once that's done, one of the students will flip over a card and say the words aloud, and then flip over another card to try to match that with either the contraction or the words that made the original contraction. If the words are matching, you will take them and place them somewhere different, and that'll be a pair for that child so he can go again. And if the contraction and words did not match, then they just flip them over and it'll be somebody else's turn. Once that's done and all the pairs are matched, we'll go into the next activity, which is called contraction connection activity. and the teacher will pass out the triangle that looks like this, and the little contraction tiles, where on one side is a contraction and on the other side is the words that make the contraction. The students will place them where the contraction side is down, so they would be seeing stuff like I would and it is. So the first student will they will draw one, say they picked she is. They would look at the triangle right here and find what they thought was a contraction for she is, which it's she's right there in the corner, so they would place she is over it. Another person in the group, maybe the one sitting right across from this person, would take that word and pick it up off the board and flip it over to see if that word matched what was on that side of it. And for this one, it does. If someone drew the word I have and then looked at the board and put it on I apostrophe D right there, if they put it there and then their classmates flipped it over and saw that that was not the same one, that would go back in the pile. But the one, the she is and she's, that was correct, the students would take it and write down on this sheet of paper the contraction, which is she apostrophe S, and then over here on the word they would write she is. They would continue doing this around the group until the whole bingo card was filled up. For the closure, the teacher will have the students share their contractions with the class and explain what words made them and use them each in a sentence. So, for instance, the first student could say, she found the word she is or she's. And they would tell how they're made, as in it's she is and she's. And then they'd use them in a sentence, as in she's going to the store tomorrow. For homework, the learner will write 3 sentences that conclude a contraction. The early finishers for the first lesson, which was a matching game, can continue to shuffle them and place them back and play the game again. For the second activity, which is the triangle, the contraction connection activity, they can flip over their worksheet and go ahead and write sentences on the back for me that have contractions in them. The special needs students, the one with a reading disability, can work individually with a teacher or aide to help understand the contractions and how to read and write them. The English language learner can have extra time during the day to work one-on-one with the teacher and go over the meanings of the words and contractions again. For remediation, students that did not reach the learning objective will have the lesson about contractions reviewed and will be given a chance to practice identifying more in stories and write them again. For enrichment, the learner will write a passage in their journal including several contractions. And that's it for today's vocabulary lessons. The activities for my lesson came from the FCRR website, and they were called Memory Word Match and Contraction Connection Activities. And the video used for the motivation was the Electric Company N''T. Thanks for watching.